Enriquez with another TI Enrichment Programs lesson for you. And this one today is going to be on new solar technology. We're going to dive into the latest and the greatest live or solar technology that's on the rise, that's being developed as we speak, if not already being rolled out and instituted into some different capacities. All right. And solar energy, if you're not already excited about it, is something definitely to get excited about because it has so many benefits, not only to our wallets and pocketbooks and taxes and things like that, but also for our planet and making sure that we have clean, sustainable energy. All right. Because the sun is always up there. All right. And instead of taking resources from the earth, which are limited and can be used up and not replenished. The sun is our constant that we can use as long as we are protecting ourselves. Then we can go ahead and use this clean, renewable energy to keep our energy safe and keep the planet cleaner for for years and years, decades, hopefully centuries to come. All right, but we all have to do our part, and part of the way that we can be beneficial in this is knowing what new technology is out there, so that we can support businesses that use solar technology, so that we can encourage our place of work to maybe invest in solar technology, so that we can maybe invest or encourage the places that we live, like apartment complexes and things like that, and our local cities and communities to start embracing solar technology as the way to push forward with our new solar initiative. All right. Before I get any further, I went ahead and I dropped a form into the comment box. So if you can go ahead and try to adjust my camera here without too much glare, and so that I'm all the way in it. So if you can go ahead and click that form and tell us how we're doing. Tell us what you want to see from us on our end. Tell us if there's anything that we can improve upon, something you want to learn about. I think there might still be some runnings going on if you fill that form, but again, that benefits us as well as you, because we try to bring you more content that would help you during this time, whatever that may be. So go ahead and fill out that form if you will, and be honest with us, because we are here for you. We're here to serve our community. We're here to raise each other up, educate each other, help each other out any way we can. So go ahead and click that, fill that out if you have the time and you're seeing this either now or at a later time. So we're going to get into solar technology. Again, this is brought to you by TI Enrichment Programs and TI Communities. All right. So 2020, was past, and it was a lot of development for new solar technology. So where are we headed with all this? So when most people think of solar, they think of those panels that sit on top of houses. Maybe one out of every block, one house out of every block has a solar panel or a set of solar panels. Hopefully we're starting to see more of those on the rise, but everyone sees them, and there's these big bulky panels that sit on top of the roofs, and that's what it was up to this point. But now there are several new exciting solar panel technologies that are either in the pipeline or already on the market, and these are going to revolutionize the way that we think about solar and energy production in general. Solar no longer requires these large parcels of land or roof space, nor does it need to look boring. There's actually also some new technology on the rise that makes it exciting and more convenient for us as well, not just the buildings and not just for energy use, but also for us. So I'm really excited to get into this. As I was researching for this topic, some of the ways that they're really pressing, the issue forward. All right. So the big word to think about is photovoltaic. Photovoltaic. I'm going to use that word a lot. If I abbreviate it, I think it would just be the PV. All right. But photovoltaic is those cells that solar panels have inside them that absorb the sun's energy, the heat, the light, and converts that into usable energy for us, either to power our homes, to power different industries, and provide us with a sustainable energy source. All right. So the one is number one new solar technology that's out there is floating solar farms, or as they've cleverly named it, photovoltaics. So these silicon panels are becoming cheaper and they're more efficient by the day as we get to easier ways to make them and make them more accessible to everyone. And what these actually sit on top of the water, either of a large reservoir or other bodies of water. And they often, they have a great efficiency and as well as a plethora of other benefits as well. So they are created by, they can float on a reservoir or a dam or other bodies of water. And these solar panels sit on top of the water and they generate huge amounts of electricity without using valuable land and real estate. So land and real estate that we can still use. And if the water is in the dam and it's just sitting there, and we might as well can use it to, create some, efficiency in our spacing, right? So these panels sit on top of the water. They take in all the water and the energy, and they're going to cost us a lot less real estate and land. The installation costs, they're less than the land-based ones, right? Because you don't have to reform the land. You're just going to sit it and bring it on top of the water, all right? And actually, research has shown that the power production of these floating solar panels are greater, up to about 10%, due to the cooling effect of the water. So if you remember when we're talking about these heat panels, the sun comes in and it draws the heat. And the more heat that it makes, and the difference, then the more energy that we get. So if there's a cold solar panel, the more it gets heated up, the more energy it provides. But if it gets heated up to a certain amount, then it's going to start generating less energy. But the water has a cooling effect to that. And so it always is going to gain that much more energy than what if we use on the land. All right. Furthermore, the water keeps solar panels clean and it minimizes energy waste. So actually in 2008, the first commercial 750 kilowatt floating panel system was installed in California at the Fine Nite winery in Napa Valley. The more you know. Okay, number two, in our new and latest solar technology that's coming at you is building integrated photovitalics, all right, or BIPV. And as the name suggests, what it is it seamlessly blends into the building architecture in the form of roofs, canopies, curtain walls, facade, skylight systems. And so unlike the traditional ones, these can be more aesthetically pleasing rather than compromising a building's design. So, in other words, a wall, or what we talked about before, these curtain walls and canopies and things, they're being made not only to provide maybe shade or covering during rain or just a part of the building structure. It's now built to even include the potential to absorb energy and store that for later time. All right, because then, most of the time we see roofs and houses and the solar panels are put on top of those, or they're put on top of them. And then so they can't retract, or there, can't be new things built on attachment to that because the solar panels might be in the way. All right, so now they're building integrated photovitalics to incorporate and make it look, right into the building. All right, so they can cut down the cost on additional solar panel mounting systems, all right, because it's just part of the building. And what they can do is they provide also these following benefits. They increase energy efficiency, they're high thermal and sound insulation. So not only are they blocking the heat from entering the building, but they're also providing more sound protection from outside noises if it's in a big city, like most of us are in, right? Clean, free power output from the sun, and then zero carbon footprint. All right, so these are installed as building materials, and they act as the energy generating device, and they allow natural light inside the home and offices, just as conventional architectural glass, right? But also remember, it keeps out the heat. So if you've ever been in a room that's mostly glass and there's not that new technology, it gets really hot in there really fast, especially when the sun's pouring in. All right, and the sound, is, you get more sound in that room than you would in a, 4 enclosed walls, like concrete walls or even wooden walls. All right. All right, so our number 3 solar technology, new, up and coming, are solar skins. And what these are, they're a novel photovitalic technology to integrate custom designs into solar panel systems. So what that means is if you've seen buses, or even now they have cars that have advertisements wrapped around the car or wrapped around the bus, now these can also be doubled as a energy grabbing skins. So they're more pliable and they can be fit onto either a building or a billboard. So they could be like a logo of the building, they could be an advertisement, and they can display custom images as well as provide the solar energy. Sistine is a manufacturer of solar skins, and they're testing this technology at the United States National Renewable Energy Laboratory to increase its efficiency. So these solar thin film skins, they contain high efficiency due to its selective light filtration advances. The sunlight falling on the solar skins is filtered to reach the solar cells beneath. So if you think about, there are some buildings that would have advertisements on the outside of the glass, but when you walk through the doors, you can still see on the outside. So if you could think about an instance that you've seen that, I've seen some of them in advertisements for businesses or churches, or different schools have them, where they'll have their logo or something on the outside window, and then you walk in and you can still see outside that window, but you can't see in. So obviously the light can still go through because there's still light and energy going through those windows. So to, again, make it more efficient, when the light goes through, you still see an advertisement on the outside, but now it doubles as a way to provide more power and energy using the sun and the heat. How cool. So very cool that this stuff is coming at us very, very fast. All right, so we're talking about solar skins and how they can like still fit on like a car or a window or things like that, and you wouldn't be able to see inside them, but they're still taking in energy and providing energy to your business or your home or your house or wherever you may have them, or even your car maybe one day. These can fit around the car, and the solar energy would start giving power to your car as well. Right? Amazing. So these imprinted custom images, they're embedded in solar panels, and they can even match your lawn or the rooftops of your home. So let's say that you're at a home and you don't want those solar panels to look different or bulky, and you have a nice gray texture to your home, or a nice little paneling that you really worked on. Well, these can actually custom to fit the same shade as your roof. So actually it would almost nearly become invisible. All right. So these are also beneficial for businesses and government offices, as they can be customized to display the business logos like we talked about, advertisements, a country's flag, our flag, a different country's flag, and so on and so forth. And moreover, the solar skins utilize a railless racking system. They sit lower, they have a sleek finish, and hide metal components and give the panels a super cool look. All right, so again, it's more aesthetic, and when these things become more aesthetic and pleasing and less bulky and obtrusive, they become more appealing, for us to use and how to fit them in our everyday lives. All right, so if panel aesthetics stops you from going solar, Sistine solar skins might be the solution that you're looking for. So Sistine, like the Sistine Chapel, Sistine solar skins, if you're looking for any kind of advertisement, that, and you're welcome for the free advertisement there. So also, they also can enable you to monitor your system performance 24/7 on your phone, right? That's crazy. So there's an app that you can see how much power you're saving on your phone, right? And it alerts you in case there's any issues like solar energy outages, excuse me, prescribe the right remedies for you at the right times. So the downside of this, as most new technology is its cost, which is about 10% more than the price of traditional panels. But if you tuned into our earlier episode on new solar technology, as you pay a lot of money up front, down the line it's going to start saving you more money because you are saving more in ways of cost and energy. right? By reusing newer renewable energy, right? All right, number 4, it's got to be my favorite, and I can see so many implications for this, so many different ways that this could benefit everything that we do for our everyday lives. And this is number 4, solar fabric. So solar radiation is available all over the planet. So why not, generate our own energy whenever it's required, right? So instead of producing a solar panel at a fixed location, now we become the solar panels while we are on the move through our own clothing, right? So our own clothing can now have the ability to, to maintain energy. So you may be asking, well, why do I need to, produce energy? I'm not plugged into a building. I'm not going to be. Well, think about the increasing amount of, devices and things that we have on ourselves. Imagine never having to carry around a charger because, your clothes are producing energy. And if you have your phone in your pocket, your phone is already charging. What? That's crazy. Or your laptop. Let's say there's maybe you're wearing a hoodie and there's a little string attached at the bottom of your hoodie that you can, pull out, plug into your devices like your laptop or maybe a headphone, something that's running out of power, and it's already stored up. You've been walking outside. Your clothes are storing, energy inside them because of your walk outside in the sun, and all of a sudden you've already provided your devices with energy. All right, that's so cool to think about. So researchers are developing these solar fabrics with a vision of including solar power in each fiber. And these solar filaments can be embedded into your t-shirts, winter coats, or any other clothing to help keep you warmer, power your phone, or provide energy for other needs while you're on the go. All right. So here are several instances where researchers have attempted to combine the solar fabric and solar panels, and they include the building facades that provide both shade and power. So awnings and things like that. So if you're in an RV or in a building, there's a retractable awning. Well, as that awning comes out, provides you shade, also is drawing energy for your building, right? Just got to be more efficient. Awnings that light up street lights, and curtains that eliminate power consumption from the grid. So these are all ways that solar fabric houses are going to help save on solar panel mounting and the installation costs, right? Because you now become the solar panel, or a cloth, either your curtains or an awning that you're using, now becomes a way to draw in power to your living space. So solar cell manufacturer companies are also working specifically with the U.S. Army project to create a vision and create solar-powered robotic tents. All right, and with solar costs continuously falling, it's no more unlikely to imagine a future where almost everything will be powered free, solar, by the sun. All right, so we just talked about solar fabric and how they're developing you to wear clothes that draw in energy. So as you are sitting with your phone in your pocket and you're walking outside, your phone will always be charging and always be there. You will almost never have a dead phone again. Or if you have a laptop that's running out and you're on the go, you can pull out a wire or something and put it into your laptop charger and start charging that up as well. I just think that's so cool. Your curtains, as you draw your curtains to keep out the heat, it's also taking that heat and it's also powering your units as well. It's just amazing. All right, and our last one that we're going to go over today is number 5 in our new solar technology is photovoltaic solar noise barriers. And so highway traffic noise in the U.S. has always been a concern for everyone, especially if you live by a highway. It could become white noise, but it's always there. All right, and to overcome this issue, 48 states have built nearly 3,000 miles of traffic noise barriers, 3,000 miles of those. The noise barriers were always constructed in the single aim of designing cost-efficient barriers that effectively perform noise abatement functions. But now they're starting to move to combine those things. And it's so happy to see that, we're starting to look at these things and starting to see, well, where can we put these panels? Where can we put, these solar skins? Where can we put these floating panels? Where can we put these now panels that, can just blend in? So while some of these sound barriers have beautiful artwork on them or beautiful structures inside of them, or carvings, now we can still keep that aesthetic by making our solar panels blend in with those noise barriers. And so that's just another way that we can, have our goal of merging noise abatement with sustainable power generation. Given the widespread use of noise barriers in the US, the potential of producing solar energy from these is likely to be around 400 gigawatt hours annually, and this is approximately equal to the annual electric usage of about 37,000 homes. All right, that's a lot of power saving ability, a lot of renewable energy for the planet, and just really, really exciting to see that we're heading this way and using solar energy to make the planet healthier and use and bring the cost down ultimately. All right, so the future of the solar, it looks bright, pun intended. All right, it was generated only by means of the ground. It was earlier generated only by means of ground mounted or the rooftop panels, right? But now that we're starting to see the need for sustainable renewable energy, now we're starting to make advancements to all these 5 devices that we just talked about. The 5 devices, and it's becoming lighter, it's becoming more flexible, and it's becoming applicable everywhere. So imagine all this tech is available and you visit another city. You could buy food at a solar food power cart, eat it while traveling on a solar powered highway, charge your phone with your solar powered clothes. I mean, and this is what is coming to us very soon. So it's good that we are building awareness of this, so that as we're building awareness of this, we can start to take advantage of these. And if we can make that switch, that we are encouraging each other to do so. Okay, so there's a lot of other innovative resident solar technologies in development that are currently being rolled out throughout the year. And perhaps the most promising new tech is a Perovskite solar cells, which could be used to create solar paint. Solar paint. I mean, just not only are we, flexing our artistic side, but we're also creating more sustainable energy for the planet. So I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed this lesson on new solar technology. Keep looking for ways and keep, scouring the internet for these new and latest advancements, because they are on the horizon and they are coming soon and they are coming fast, and you don't want to be left behind. All right, so again, if you haven't yet, click that link in the box. Go ahead and fill out that form for us. Tell us how we're doing. Tell us how you like this lesson. Tell us what we could be doing better for you, and we will do our best to accommodate you every way we can. My name is Danny Enriquez, resident educator from Carrollton Oaks. I want to wish everyone out there a happy Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you next time. Take care of each other.